You are welcome into the discussion of the bone tissue today. My name is Dr. Solomon Oguta. Today we are going to discuss about the bone tissue. Bone is a very important tissue in the body. Together, bones and the muscles makes up the musculoskeletal part of our body. That helps us to move and give us the body framework. Bones in the body are divided into the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. The axial skeleton, this is a part of the bone that makes up the axis of the body, and it includes the bones of the cranial cavity and the facial bones, the vertebral column, the rib cage, and the sternum. The appendicular skeleton, these are the bones that makes up the appendages of the body. It includes the bones of the upper limb, the pectoral girdle, the pelvic girdle, and the lower limb. Because it is very much important, it is very much paramount for us to look into detail the structure of the bones. We are going to look at the compact bone and the spongy bone. The structural and functional unit of a compact bone is called an osteon. An osteon is the structural and functional unit of a compact bone. The component of the osteon includes what can be seen in this picture here. Basically, the notable part is the concentric ring of lamella. This lamella is arranged around a central point, which is a canal called Avasian canal. Avasian canal. The lamella is a very important structure because on the lamella we have the cavitation, which is lacuna. When they are many, they are called lacunae. Lacunae is a cavitation that houses up the bone cells. The bone cells are present with these lacunae here. We remember that if I'm to recap the bone cells, we have the bone-forming cells. There is the osteoblast, osteocyte, osteoclast, and osteoprogenitor cell. These cells, notably, they are present within the lacunae. Projecting from the lacunae are some structures that looks like the ciliary-like structures, which are called canaliculi. Canaliculi. Canaliculi projects from the lacunae. And canaliculi here, its importance is to connect one lacunae to the next lacunae. And it also mediates the attachment of one lacunae to the next, and then also it acts like the gap junction between these two lacunae. Another notable structure that you find it within the bone, I've already talked about the Avasian canal. We have the lamella, the lacunae, and the canaliculi. Bone is a living tissue. It must receive the innervation as well as the blood vessels. But within the bone, where do you find these tissues? Where do you find the blood vessels and then the nerves? They are running within the Avasian canal. Avasian canal is a hollow structure. So within the Avasian canal, this is where you find the neurovascular structure, okay? And it is only present within the compact bone. So that is all about the compact bone. And remember, all this which is present within the compact bone, it makes up what is called an osteon. An osteon can also be called Avasian system. Avasian system. That is another name of the osteon, okay? And that is a general structure of the compact bone. This is what gives a compact bone its tensile strength. That is why the bone is very, very strong, because this concentric-like lamella is running parallel to the shaft of the bone, or to the diaphysis of the bone, and it gives the bone its tensile strength. Compact bone is located on the exterior part of the bone. Internally, around the part of the bone marrow, we have another type of bone tissue. which is called trabecular or spongy bone. Spongy bone somehow differs from compact bone, though they share some similarities. Notably, within the spongy bone, there is no Haversian canal. And osteon is not present within the spongy bone, but there are some related structures in comparison to the compact bone. These structures that they share with the compact bone include lamella, lacuna, canaliculi. Okay, those are the only structures that can be shared within the between the compact bone and the spongy bone. Remember, the spongy bone is only located within the bone marrow, that cavitation of the marrow cavity. Okay, and it does not have the Haversian canal, does not have the osteon. Okay, so generally, the lamella within the spongy bone is not concentrically arranged like the one in compact bone. Now, this zigzag arrangement of the lamella, it gives it that soft-like nature compared to the compact bone. You can see that the canaliculi is not well aligned also compared to compact bone. Okay, so basically these are the structures of the compact bone and then the spongy bone. Let us just summarize the differences between the compact bone and the spongy bone. You see that the compact bone is present on the external part of the bone, while the spongy bone is located within the marrow cavity. In terms of strength, compact bone is stronger than the spongy bone. The lamella in compact bone is arranged concentrically around a central canal called Haversian canal, while in spongy bone, the lamella is not well arranged, and there is no Haversian canal. Okay? And another notable difference here is the canaliculi. The canaliculi in spongy bone is not directly connected to each other compared to one in the compact bone. Okay? And some of the differences, those are the ones which are responsible for the spongy bone to be sponge-like or soft compared to the compact bone. Thank you so much. If you have some question, you can give us the comment. But please remember to share, like, and subscribe.